Today we're going to talk about alternate interior and alternate exterior angles. So alternate interior and alternate exterior angles are first formed by two parallel lines cut by a transversal. So let's talk about these two parallel lines right here that we see. We have line M and line N, and what the key down is telling us is that M is parallel to N. If you look at these two parallel lines, there's an interior to these lines and there's an exterior. So if you look right here, in between the lines, this is going to be your interior of the parallel lines. This means that outside the parallel lines, or the exterior, is going to be here highlighted in pink. First thing we need, today we're going to talk about alternate interior and alternate exterior angles. And the first thing that I want to do is to get familiar with some parallel lines. So here before you we have line M and line N. These two lines are parallel. Now we just want to get used to the terms interior and exterior. So right here, if you look at what I'm highlighting in yellow, this is in between the two parallel lines, or we like to say interior. So this is the interior of the two parallel lines. The exterior, or outside of the two parallel lines, here is highlighted in pink. So this is what we call the exterior of the parallel lines. Now, to form some angles, we need one more line, which is what we call the transversal. So right here, I have created line P. This is transversing across both parallel lines. So we call this the transversal. Once we have the transversal, now you see that there have been 8 angles created. And you can see there are 4 angles on the exterior. They're in pink, angles 1, 2, 7, and 8. And there are 4 angles on the interior. They are in the yellow, and that is 3, 4, 5, and 6. What we're first going to talk about is alternate exterior. So we're in the pink, we are on the outside. And when we say alternate, what we mean is different sides of the transversal across from each other. So you can see right here I've highlighted angles 1 and 8. These two angles are alternate exterior angles. They're on opposite sides of the transversal, they're on opposite parallel lines, and they're on the exterior. Now, what we know about alternate exterior angles is that they're congruent to one another. So angle 1 is congruent to angle 8. What does this mean? This means that if I were to tell you that angle 1 has a measure of 150 degrees, that would mean that angle 8 also has a measurement of 150 degrees. Now there's one other pair of alternate exterior angles, 2 and 7. Again, they're both on the outside of the parallel lines. They are on opposite sides of the transversal and opposite parallel lines. So these are alternate exterior angles. So angle 2 and angle 7 are also congruent to each other. So now we're going to move to the inside. So we're going to talk about alternate interior angles. Angle 3 and angle 6. They're both on the interior of these two parallel lines. They are across from each other on different sides of the transversal, and different parallel lines form them. So this means they're going to be called alternate exterior angles, and they're congruent to one another. Angle 3 is congruent, or has the same measure, to angle 6. And again, the other two angles, they're also alternate to each other. So there's another pair of alternate interior angles. Angle 4 is congruent to angle 5.